Welcome back to Chris's Book Reviews, and the book I'm going to be reviewing today is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. This book helps you gain confidence, build belief in yourself, overcome excuses, and set goals. It also teaches you how to manage your environment and get creative so you can work these goals. In essence, thinking big, it's all about changing your mindset from, okay, I'm walking aimlessly through life, but this is a certain path that I like and I want to go toward this. I want to accomplish this. The whole point of it is, how do I get from where I am now to where I want to be? Well, the book answers this question. What do you want to do? It gives you an outline of what you like, why you should believe in yourself, and it tells you to follow your passion and just examine yourself. It asks you to examine your hobbies, your talents, skills, anything that you could possibly enjoy, and then it tells you the steps to take to get to thinking, okay, here's how I can be competitive, here's how I can be a first-class expert in my field, and here is how I'm going to get these skills. It also teaches you the mindset that you need to apply for when learning anything. For example, if you're struggling with a topic in class, I have applied this book where I say, okay, I'm not getting this instantly, let me review a little bit more, and once I get it, I absolutely have a complete understanding of the topic. Whenever I see something that's kind of challenging to learn, I never think, oh man, this is just way too hard, I don't think I can ever do this. No, I think, okay, I'm not getting it this way, so let's try a different approach, and if that doesn't work, we're just going to keep trying different things until one of my experimentations finally pays off where I can understand the subject matter completely. And that is also an excerpt from the book on how to think creatively. You have to experiment. And when you experiment, you take logical steps toward your goals. Also, another interesting point for your goals, David Schwartz, he has you make these 30-day schedules to create new habits. And these are habits that have been proven to increase your chances of overall success. For example, you will put an hour a day minimum toward a hobby of yours that you want to get better at, and just trying to work at the same time on that hobby every day. That is one of the many pieces of advice he gives. Furthermore, he also has you write up a 10-year goal contract for yourself. And in this contract, you say, here's what I want for my work life, then for my home life, and social. I've done this, and I put it on my door in my dorm room, so every day whenever I leave, I immediately see it. That's one of the first things I see whenever I wake up. And because I see it every day, it motivates me personally to say, okay, here's something I'm going to do to work toward these goals. If I think, okay, I want to get there in 10 years, I want to actively be there and just take the steps to get there, it just motivates me throughout the day. And going back to motivation, to believing in yourself, okay, there's this one chapter where a salesman who's having a tough time selling brings a flashcard with him to work one day. And basically the salesman wrote down a short speech that he would give a friend if the friend needed a morale boost. And he would read it to himself 4 times a day. And each time he read it to himself, he gained confidence and he just got better at selling, because it's like drinking an energy drink almost. You just feel absolutely fantastic to the point where you can just go out and sell or just do anything and start working. So moving away from goal setting and thinking creatively, taking a step back from the book as a whole, this book, it's definitely one that should be applied to everyday life. It is slightly dated though. This book was written around 1960, and basically your attitudes, they define you. They put you in your daily mindset. It helps you throughout the day. And without the proper attitude for certain obstacles, it will make it very difficult for anyone to just go and get stuff done. Well, if you do have a positive attitude, then you can just say, okay, I'm faced with this challenge and it's pretty tough. I'm in a really tough situation, but I'm going to push through. I'm just going to keep on being persistent, and I'm not going to give up. And if things get even tougher, I'm going to experiment and figure out how to manage my time well so I'm not overwhelmed. And also, the Get the Action Habit chapter was also one of my favorites, because I feel personally that, okay, I have a great idea, I want to start it, I start learning all this information, but then I never actually get around to the idea. After reading this book, it really helped me analyze myself and just say, okay, there's something that I want to do. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to not think about the pros and cons, and I actively will try to do this without a second thought. And I'm not advertising underthinking, of course, but a big issue for me was, and still is, overthinking. But I'm definitely improving because of this book, because of that one chapter telling me, okay, if you have an idea or if an urge to do something productive dawns on you, just do it as soon as possible, as soon as it arises. That really has helped me quite a bit. And overall, this book is definitely one of my favorites. It's up there with How to Win Friends and Influence People. I personally think it's a pretty timeless book in most aspects, and for the most part, he does a very good job just motivating you with all these little excerpts from his experiences dealing with people. One last thing before I go. This book has also taught me how to treat people the right way from a leadership aspect. Now, I know there was some leadership stuff in How to Win Friends and Influence People too, and some of it overlaps, but what was a really big difference in this book was the methods that he uses. He broke it down into basically 4 different methods. How to Win Friends and Influence People had very similar qualities, but slightly different applications. And the fact that these were more vague, where the ones in How to Win Friends and Influence People were very specific. And I actually like these a little bit better, the 4 methods, because you can get really creative with it, and you can personalize it and have your own sense of style when doing it. Not to say you can't do it with How to Win Friends and Influence People, but I think you can do it way more efficiently in the magic of big thinking. So, in short, this is a great investment. You can get a ebook online for $2 or $3, and I would highly recommend reading this book and start immediately applying it to your life. Because if you do, then you will definitely see a huge improvement. Because I've been applying it, and so far, I think I am overall just getting better as a person when it comes to not only analyzing people, but myself. So be sure to smash that like button and also subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks.